Alright guys, Merciless Vaughn here, back with another Bleach Brave Souls video, and in this one is going to be a versus video. This time is going to be the 1000 Year Blood War 2024 version of Ichigo versus the Parasol Bruno. In these versus videos, I just like to put, the newer units up against, some of the best units in the game, and I still think this hard Bruno is still a pretty top tier unit in my opinion. And you'll have to excuse me, I am kind of sick. Well, I say kind of sick, but I'm really sick, so I won't be talking that much in this video. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you've been here for a while, subscribe and help me get to 250 subscribers. I'm making my way there. And with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. So yeah, I'll try to go through this as quickly as possible. This Ichigo is a hard Soul Reaper unit with Soul Reaper and the Stern Ritter Killer. Mine is 4 out of 5, but for the sake of a fair comparison, I just took off the 2 extra stats because I only have 2 copies of the Bruno. He has 2 soul traits, as you can see right there. Sorry. Taking a look at his skills, melee unit with lacerating and weakening on his abilities. He has a complete status immunity, frenzy +2, bombardment +1, increased status element chance against his killers, damage to his status elements 40 and 60%. Marauder, hit hidden enemies and the status element spiritual pressure boost. Take a quick look at the Bruno. As I mentioned, I only have the 2 copies, so his focus and SP are at level 10. The Bruno is a hard no affiliation unit with 2 kill as well, which is Heart and Espada. And here's his soul trait. Taking a look at his skills, he is a melee unit with weakening on his abilities. He does have the gauge. As you can see, there are his gauge effects. He also has Marauder, and here are just the things that he can do with his gauge. He starts the gauge off with 70%, so you can activate it a lot sooner than other units with the gauge can, and these are the gauge effects. This is what happens when you activate it. Devastation 40%, complete status immunity after 20%, frenzy +2. Here are the accessories and links for the Bruno that I am going to use. And the links are as shown. And the bonus abilities. And as for the accessories on the Ichigo, here are those. Since they're both heart units, they will be using the same character links. And here are the bonus abilities for the Ichigo. Alright, so let's just go ahead and jump into some content to see who comes out on top. Okay, so here we are in a single player IT. If you really want to see what these units can do, take them into a co-op IT. Enemies in co-op IT are a lot more tankier and they have a lot more health. As you can see, I do have my extra pot units because I need all the pots I can get. They aren't really helping my damage in any way, shape, or form. And this video might seem a bit shorter than the other ones. Like I mentioned earlier, I am sick and I really shouldn't be talking this much, but I just already started recording this video and wanted to finish it. And he is immune to all status elements, which is great. Now, if there are like just random cuts in between gameplay, it's probably because I'm just coughing and sniffling too much. So if I'm moving kind of fast in this video, I just need to get this over as soon as possible.
ああ、おとなしく見てろよ。よら、ゆっと。
Alright, so I started another run with this Bruno, and as you can see, I did replace the seasonal Nini with the Safui Kaname, because that Kaname does have the increased strong attack damage 20% skill and increased movement speed by 30%. So I am moving 30% faster, and my strong attacks are doing 20% more damage. I like to do at least a run with and without the unit just so you can kind of see the damage difference.
ああ、おとなしく見てろよ。よら、ゆっと。
Alright, so here we are with the Ichigo in this run, and this time around, I forgot to mention it, there are Soul Reaper enemies in the current IT, so this Ichigo will have Killer. The Bruno will not have Killer because he has the Espada and Hollow Killer. And I know when I first showcased this unit and showcased him in other versus videos, he didn't have Killer then, so the increased status element chance against his Killer's effect skill was just pretty much useless. But now, since it is Soul Reaper enemies this time, that skill will be taking effect, so this Ichigo is currently at 100% full power, which means he will be proccing his status element spiritual pressure boost skill a lot more often. Yeah, as you can see now, throughout this entire run, it's pretty much been active. Okay, so this is the last run for the video, and for the last run for Ichigo, I did add the Kaname here just to boost my movement speed and strong attack and damage. Alright, so that was a brief showcase of the units. As for which unit is better, I'd say, it's personal preference. This really just depends on which unit you like more, but I will have to say that right now, since the Ichigo does have Killer, he is now taking effect of this skill right here. And as you saw in his gameplay, he pretty much had his status element spiritual pressure boost active up the entire time, and we managed to activate it, just with one use of a strong attack. So yeah, I say this Ichigo is probably the best right now in the current IT. When the Ichigo doesn't have Killer, you can kind of lean more towards the Bruno because, you know, just using a unit that has one skill not being, you know, used at all is just kind of not a good thing compared to the Bruno where all of his skills will be, you know, taking effect. And so that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.